You're great, but you're full.
Can I tell you some behind-the-scenes stories about this,
Yeah.
Megan? Can I tell you all some stories? Seems like a theme in this show now.
Story time with
So,
Mark.
This shoot, when they were shooting in Rosarita, it got infected with crickets.
Yeah.
And so they had a very hard time doing dialogue because at all times crickets were chirping. And so Rennie was talking about he would go home at night and try to sleep and crickets were all over him.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to kill any of them because he's like, they're large and they look like almost animals, so I don't want to murder them. So they just had crickets, and it was really tough for them to get dialogue. And they almost explained it in the movie. Like, what's that chirping? We got a cricket problem. Oh, like they was that bad that they almost said that crickets infested Aquatica.
I feel like I have to go back and listen to it with headphones now.
But that happens. So like in Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt, so I love the director Ernest Dickerson. He didn't want to shoot all nights, so they went and built some sound stages in abandoned warehouses. But a ton of birds got in. So birds were always chirping during the shoot because they didn't want to kill them. So they had a hard time filming Demon Knight because they shot inside because they didn't want to shoot at night, which is very great on his crew. But it was constant bird chirping. And they had a guy trying to catch him at all times.
Personal anecdote. This feels very much what I've realized about this whole pandemic and working from home all the time is that I had no idea so many people are doing yard work all week long in our neighborhood.
Yeah, so you guys have probably been hearing it.
Calls, just, the leaf blowers and the cutters and just all of the power tools for the yard. And I'll just be on a call losing my mind because I feel like they can't hear me.
The constant drone. I just go outside when Megan's on calls and I turn on the leaf blower.
I'm sorry.
And I pull a say
yard
anything.
guy is here.
I pull a say anything.
When lockdown first started in the UK, I was put on furlough, so I just wasn't working for a few months. And I'd spent like a solid 6 to 8 weeks just doing like building and demolition work in my front garden. So yeah, that was me. I got like a power breakers. They're so loud. They're so much fun.
I feel like the industry for people, having your trees cut down in your yard has really boomed during this time because people are home and can manage that. Because I can't tell you how many calls I'm on where someone goes, I'm so sorry, we're having trees cut down today. Can you hear it? And you really do, but never had I noticed it so much.
Yeah, people are at home bored, and then they start actually looking at their lawn.
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do?
Back to Deep Blue Sea?
Nah. Yeah, okay.
Who do you think is okay, let's rank it. So who plays poker? Jim doesn't play, right? Does Jim play?
I don't know. It's Jim and Janice's room.
Yeah, that's true.
So we have Jim,
Unless
Janice.
it's just, he knows about it, but he's like, I'm just so brilliant and so busy. Sweetie, you go play.
Yeah.
Maybe he's distracting Susan. They're still back in the lab working so that she doesn't find out.
I don't think anybody wants to play poker with Jim. He's the guy at poker that takes it way too seriously when you're playing $5 things and he's just staring at you the whole time.
It's just psyching you out. So I think it's everyone who's still here. So it'll be Preacher, Goggins, Carter, Janice, Brenda.
Yeah, that's
would they have let Russell play? He would have cleaned them out.
Yeah.
I reckon. He'd have wiped them out with his Wendigo powers.
I know what's on your mind.
Because I've eaten a mind. Once you eat a mind, you can read a mind.
The weekly crew that goes out, they seem like a fun bunch. I'm sure they play too.
They're a bunch of red shirts. They're kind of, I don't know. Do you think there's a clique? Do you think there's cliques, or do you think they play with the people on the boat?
They seem like a lively bunch. Maybe a few of them are fun. They got a party once in a while, blow off steam.
A few of them
They're dancing. They're probably playing poker on the boat.
Oh,
there you go.
They're rolling dice.
Yeah.
They're popping
They're playing
bottles.
shuffleboard.
And they're having gladiator fights.
They're doing the Stellan Skarsgård thing from Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, against the railing.
Him and Colin Firth reenacting Titanic.
There you go.
Beautiful visual. Sequel that's better than its predecessor. I've got to say.
Fact.
So
Films I will probably never see.
Oh man, it's
so much fun.
it's really good. Lily James is really good in it. It's fun.
I'm sure she is. Unfortunately, they keep singing ABBA songs, so I'm just gonna have to skip them.
So, Jay, do you play poker? Do you play Texas Hold'em?
I have played. I would not say I am a player, but I have played. I am very good at coming second.
I have no attention span, so I'm really good for a while, then I fold. So, literally and metaphorically. But,
mentally.
And mentally. Too many IPAs. Now, of the 5, who do you think wins the majority of the time?
Brenda.
Yeah.
Just Brenda. Yeah, I reckon she's good at. She mainly interacts with people just over audio. I think she's pretty good at picking up on sound cues of people's voices cracking when they're bluffing. I reckon she's good at that.
Wow. Yeah, I see it. Scoggins loses his attention span.
Well, and people who are in sort of that social management position and, they organize people, they're very good at reading social cues, too.
Preacher seems like he could do all right.
What do you think?
I think Preacher's just there to take Scoggins' money.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's there, is just to get Scoggins' money.
Probably.
Carter is... Would Carter be fun? Because he knows he knows how Janice plays. Would Carter be fun to play poker with?
I think so. I think when he loosens up a bit.
Yeah, you're right.
He could kick back. I mean, everyone's got to chill out once in a while. I think he's just highly irritated this whole movie. So this is an exception for him.
Got it. Yeah, so
what do you think they play for?
Well, so I mean, not a lot. Like, they probably $10, $20, and a buy-in for like $5 extra if you lose.
Or like maybe they play for chores around the facility. Like whoever loses has to clean out the shark tank or whatever.
Jay sees where I was going with this. Nothing like tasks or physical things, $5 DVDs.
Money makes things weird. When I played poker, people would bring bad movies, and so you had to be really creative with your bad movies, and then the winner took them all. So that was. Sometimes people are like, I don't want to win.
Sometimes I was like, I didn't want you to win because you brought home so many bad DVDs.
Another copy of Grown Ups 2.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I remember one time I won 4 weeks in a row, and I think we had 7 players. So that means I took home, 20? I had 28.
Well, in some of these at Walmart, they sell one DVD that has 4 to
8?
6 movies
12,
on it.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So I 1 month, I cleaned up with about 40 movies, including multi-packs.
I started hoping that you would, disperse out the wealth to others.
And you couldn't re-gift the DVDs. So
once you'd won, it was yours forever.
That's right. But no, I mean, let's see. Any final thoughts about this?
Yeah, I had a thing. So I was very impressed by the look in the hallway at the beginning of where this scene is. And I was thinking, what other hallway scenes really resonate in film and TV and whatnot? I had a quick list here, but I wanted to ask you guys what your top hallway scenes are.
Are we talking fights or conversations?
I was going to say the fight in Old Boy.
Yeah, it could be either. I looked and there's so many different options that...
Oh, so Dredd has some good hallway fights. The Raid has some great hallway fights.
Love The Raid.
But
Inception.
Oh.
Yep.
Old Boy, though. Old Boy's it. Old Boy is it. That's
what about
it.
The Shining?
Oh, yeah. There's some great hallway corridor in there. When riding his bike around the hallways. Mm-hmm. Jeez Louise. Steadicam.
I had a couple from TV that I thought were really good.
West Wing.
Daredevil.
I was going to say every episode of the West Wing.
I was thinking, I thought about every episode of West Wing and I was like, it's like their thing though.
We call it the West Fin.
What about Daredevil?
Yes.
Hallway fight.
That's a beautiful hallway fight.
There was an article that said that is the greatest fight on television.
I miss Daredevil. That was one of my favorite shows on TV.
And then what about the high school fight in Cobra Kai in the hallway? In the corridor?
Yeah. The hallway, that's a brawl.
Yeah, it goes on for quite a while.
Kids destroy each other.
What about the one you showed me in Invisible Man?
Oh, that's a bloody one.
Yeah. That's good.
Lee Wannell, he liked my Con Air data.
Oh, nice.
I just saw it on my phone that he hearted my Twitter stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, this is Upgrade liking my stuff.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Megan likes Upgrade. Have you seen Upgrade, Jay?
I have. It's great.
Oh, it's so good. Any other hallways?
I had a couple for discussion. Would we consider the corridor and the bad times of the El Royale behind the mirrors?
Yes. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And what about Jawbreaker? Their saucy walk through the hallway?
Ooh.
It's a good one.
And there's Barton Fink. There's a good...
Oh, yeah.
There's some fire.
I love...
One list said Snowpiercer, and I wasn't convinced, because that is...
No!
The train
that's a train.
not a corridor.
Oh, that's lazy.
And
I'm
then
affronted.
I think Hotel Artemis had a good one where she's fighting.
Yeah! Where's Sophia Botella?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, not past this line! And she kills a bunch of dudes.
I I enjoy a nice little encapsulated world where they've sort of, made all these things up to build the world.
They do a good job with that. Didn't do too well in the theaters, but we'll find an audience, I think.
Because people have no imagination these days.
That's right. Not like Deep Blue Sea.
No, the original. It's where imagination was created.
Any more?
No, that's it.
I love the Daredevil pull. I miss that show.
Stylish walk through the light. That's one of my big ones here.
Man. So
Carter Blake looks like he's on a runway. When he gets
he's
up,
proper striding.
Yeah, those lights are coming down. It's very blue, and he does this sort of shoulder dip as he walks. It is, and they hold on that shot for quite a while too.
He sassy walks.
Like, you are supposed to notice this.
Yeah. His walking is impressive in this. They did a walk and talk earlier in the movie. We watched it. But yeah, he's walking for like 15 seconds with a steady cam. Mesmerizing. I was
trying to come up with a name for it, and I just was not doing well.
Okay, so let's do that. What should we name Carter? The Carter, you can't call it the Carter Blake. The Tom, so the walking, strutting.
Deep blue.
Strut. So, sachet.
Ooh. Sachet.
Deep blue
saunter.
Deep blue saunter.
There you go.
There it is. The deep blue. Wait, sauntering is more mellow. Like when you saunter.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going fast. It's a short corridor. He can't go fast.
The support strut.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
There we go.
The deep blue.
The support strut.
Oh.
I like he gets one of those like Sherlock or like House-esque moments of realization where he's like heard the combination, sparks something inside his brain. Like, wait a minute, I've got an idea. But the combination they're having has nothing to do with what he comes up with. So I don't know. He's just off in his own world thinking of something else, blocking them out, and he's come up with, we could empty the stairwell and go that way.
With the bilge pumps.
Mm-hmm.
With the bilge pumps that he has known nothing about.
But we gotta flood the tank.
Yeah.
We mentioned the fish tank briefly. How is that not smashed? With all the explosions happening everywhere around the facility and everything in the kitchen got blown up and fell over.
It's got
the fish tank is intact.
It's got shock absorbers under it.
It seems like it seems like an unfazed area of the Aquatica, which doesn't make sense. Because
it doesn't.
Yeah, that room is totally undisturbed.
People hate seeing dead fish. You know in movies when there's a fish who gets knocked out of things?
Aquaman?
Yes. So many dead fish. Orcas. Oh gosh. But yeah, like when you see a fish dying in a movie, it hurts. So you don't want to walk in.
These fish are gonna die. We don't see it, but these fish are casualties of the film.
Well, it's a saltwater tank. If that thing...
Is it?
Yeah.
They look like freshwater goldfish to me.
Swim! Well, they'd have to adapt.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I like there's a little plastic shark in the fish tank as well. That's fun.
That makes me happy. And that was one of my questions we're going to ask. I'm like, I think that's too easy. Jay will know that.
Yeah.
So I had one of the proudest moments of my life during this episode. Megan looks at me and she goes, do you think what'd you say about how many movies steal from Deep Blue Sea? Because we noticed a lot of stuff. You made me proud and you're like, movies steal from this.
What movie was it?
Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, Jurassic World is Deep Blue Sea. It's annoying.
Yes.
We've modified this shark. We've modified these dinosaurs, and it's somebody's fault, and now we all have to escape.
And we didn't tell you.
It's a disaster.
Yeah. Giant sea beasts jump out of the water at unexpected times. Right?
Insulting.
Yeah.
How dare you, Chris Pratt?
Yeah, he's a wannabe Bionic stud muffin.
Well, you know.
He's no Tom Jane.
When you're not the best, Chris.
Oh.
He's not even close.
Chris Pine. But,
all day.
Chris Pine.
I had one more thing that I noticed here. LL drops a lot of, quotes or very sort of insightful things, both when they're in the hallway and when they're in the room. He says some very deep stuff or thoughtful things. And it reminded me of RZA from The Dead Don't Die when he's dropping knowledge.
I love that.
As the UPS driver.
I have a UPS shirt, by the way, because I love The Dead Don't Die and RZA. It makes me very happy. And who's he giving? Caleb Landry Jones keeps asking for the stuff. Can you hit me up with something today?
Yeah.
RZA's great.
He wants some knowledge. That just felt like Preacher was bringing the thoughtful, insightful things.
LL's so good in this movie.
Yeah.
Most of the movie's talking to a bird and himself, and he pulls it off perfectly.
Right, and how long's he been up here on his own? Like, he just, because it's apparently 4 a.m. in this scene, and the last time we have any